And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mark Barrett came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 6 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze flush to his right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Ready? 5-8, no kill. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Another try after the 1st down sack. Breeze going top shelf for Smith-Schuster, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Breeze going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8.
Let's go. Let's go.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner. But the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. A reminder coming up tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. It's the Packers' 2nd home primetime game in 3 weeks as they host their NFC North rivals, the Detroit Lions. Kickoff 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 Central. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And caught by Henry. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Rivers to throw it. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like they're taking credit away.
Let's go. Ready? Block the team.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
From the 29, Rivers got his man. It's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this 1st half. And it's a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return. They'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards. Breeze now on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. On second and goal. Breeze, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Xavier Grimble, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rivers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. Completes it to Benjamin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. Eli Manning leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Cam Newton leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the NFC North. Lions and Packers from Lambeau to wrap up the week. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys have the lead, looking for the road win as we get you back out to Carson and rejoin Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Breeze going to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
That good for 19 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it will wind up just being incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
21.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On play action, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 30. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they'll adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense.
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose.
Under a heavy rush. rush, and down he goes. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On second down, Eckler. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Chargers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, a run with Connor, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
A run by Connor on first down, and a good one, as he'll get about 7 here. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Going top shelf. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's counter, and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Shotgun now for Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision.
And now he's taken down, and Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
We got this.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss here will move